A body, an hour without electricity, and a wet pillow in the bathroom. David Chen has been strangled in room 7 of the motel. You have just a few minutes to uncover the killer's identity by examining the clues provided. The Desert Rose Motel sits on a lonely stretch of highway between Phoenix and Tucson. A relic from the 1960s with 12 rooms, a flickering neon sign, and a vending machine that rarely works. On the night of March 15th, only 4 rooms were occupied. By morning, 1 guest would be dead. The discovery: at 7:42 a.m., the motel owner, Helen Marsh, used her master key to enter room 7 after the guest failed to check out. She found David Chen, a 45-year-old pharmaceutical sales representative, lying face down on the carpet beside the bed. The room's window was closed and locked from the inside. A bottle of prescription sleeping pills sat on the nightstand, half empty. The bedside clock showed 11:47 p.m., but its cord had been pulled from the wall socket. Only someone trying to shift suspicion to a later time would benefit. David had been staying at the motel for 2 nights while conducting sales visits in the area. He was scheduled to check out that morning at 11 a.m. The medical examiner would later determine he died between 11:30 p.m. and 11:45 p.m., likely from asphyxiation. The suspects: Suspect A, Rachel Torres, age 29, graphic designer. Staying in room 5 directly next to the victim. Arrived the previous afternoon driving alone. Motive: was overheard having a heated phone argument at 6 p.m., repeatedly saying, "He promised me, he ruined my life, he owes me everything." Suspicious behavior: was seen leaving the motel around midnight by another guest, returning an hour later with wet hair despite no rain. Background: her car had Phoenix plates. She claimed to be traveling to a client meeting in Tucson. Suspect B, Ryan Wallace, age 52, insurance adjuster. Staying in room 9, 3 doors down from the victim. Arrived late afternoon, seemed irritable and tired. Motive: had a professional conflict with someone in pharmaceuticals, according to conversations he had with the motel owner. Suspicious behavior: his room light was seen on until at least 2 a.m. He kept his "Do Not Disturb" sign up all night and morning. Background: paid cash for his room, which struck the owner as unusual for a business traveler. Suspect C, Nina Alvarez, age 38, real estate agent. Staying in room 11 at the far end of the motel. Arrived around 5 p.m., appeared nervous and distracted. Motive: was seen studying David's car, a distinctive red Tesla, in the parking lot around 9 p.m. Suspicious behavior: requested a room as far away from other guests as possible, despite the motel being mostly empty. Background: when asked if she needed help with anything, she was evasive and quickly ended the conversation. The clues. Clue 1, the ice machine. The motel's ice machine is located between rooms 6 and 7. At 11:15 p.m., Ryan Wallace was captured on the vending area's security camera, filling an ice bucket. The timestamp shows this clearly, and he returned to his room at 11:19 p.m. Another thing to know is that the motel still uses old mechanical locks, and the owner admits that some of the spare keys have been lost over the years. Clue 2, the pillow. David's face showed pressure marks consistent with having been pressed into the pillow. However, the pillow on his bed was completely dry and showed no signs of saliva or moisture, A second pillow was found in the bathroom, damp and with fibers consistent with the carpet. Clue 3, the phone records. David's cell phone showed 3 outgoing calls that evening. 8:30 p.m., 12-minute call to his wife. 9:45 p.m., 3-minute call to an unknown number, later traced to a burner phone, now disconnected. 10:20 p.m., 2-minute call to his pharmacy colleague. His phone had 23% battery at 10:20 p.m. When found, it was dead, and the charger was still plugged in at the wall, but not connected to the phone. Clue 4, room service. The motel doesn't officially offer room service, but Helen sometimes brings items to guests if asked. At 10:35 p.m., Rachel Torres called Helen asking if she could get a bottle of water and aspirin, claiming she had a headache. Helen brought these items to Rachel's room, room 5, at 10:42 p.m. and confirmed Rachel answered the door, thanked her, and closed it. Clue 5, the parking lot layout. The motel's security camera captures the parking lot continuously. Between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m., the footage shows 11:03 p.m. Nina Alvarez walks from her room to her car, retrieves a laptop bag, and returns to room 11, 11:52 p.m. Rachel Torres exits the motel, walks to her car, parked directly in front of room 5, and gets in and drives away. 12:47 a.m. Rachel Torres returns, parks in the same spot, and walks back to room 5. No other movement was recorded during this time frame. Room 7's door is not visible on camera, but the only path from any room to the parking lot passes through the camera's view. Don't let the killer get away. Like and subscribe before we reveal the truth. Based on the evidence presented, who killed David Chen? A. Rachel Torres, the neighbor with the mysterious midnight drive. B. Ryan Wallace, the cash-paying insomniac with a grudge. C. Nina Alvarez, the nervous woman who studied the victim's car. Make your choice and see the result. Your move. You missed the ending.